What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I've got the Twitch legal docs again. Part 24? Wait. I lost count again! I lost it again! Yep, 24. Oh my god. We got state-specific privacy disclosures. Additional state-specific privacy disclosures. This additional state-specific privacy disclosures page, disclosure, supplements the Twitch privacy notice, where you can read more about Twitch and your privacy, and which describes the personal information that we collect, the sources from which we collect it, the purposes for which we use it, the limited circumstances under which we share personal information, and with whom we share it. These additional disclosures are required by certain site privacy laws and provide a notice at collection under the California Privacy Rights Act. 1. Categories of personal information collected. The personal information that Twitch collects or has collected from consumers in the 12 months prior to the effective date of this disclosure falls into the following categories established by the California Privacy Rights Act and other state privacy laws, depending on which Twitch service is used. Identifiers such as your name, alias, whatever the fuck, email, address, phone numbers, IP address, your Twitch account login information, or a government issued identifier. Which may be required for tax purposes if you have registered to receive payments from Twitch. Payment information such as credit card information to process your purchases. Information that may reveal your age, gender or gender identity, race, sexual orientation, or other protected classifications. For example, if you voluntarily disclose this information as part of your activity on Twitch. Commercial information, such as purchase and content streaming activity. Internet and other electronic network activity information, including content interaction notification information, such as viewing history, browsing history, search history, and the content of messages, such as those are you can send in chat, or information to use to prevent or detect fraud or unauthorized activity. Generalized geolocation data based on your IP address, such as your general jurisdiction to determine language. Audio or visual information, such as video and audio recordings if you upload user-generated content. Professional information, for example, data related to your channel if you stream on Twitch, and inference data, such as information about your purchase and viewing preferences. Two, categories of personal information disclosed for a business purpose. The personal information that Twitch may have disclosed about consumers for a business purpose and the 12 months prior to the effective date of this disclosure falls into the following categories established by the California Privacy Rights Act and other state privacy laws, depending on which Twitch service is used. Identifiers such as your name, But if you choose to engage with... Wait, I'm going to read the whole thing. Identifiers such as your names, alias, email address, phone numbers, IP address, and example, when you visit a channel with an extension requires your IP address, you can learn more about specific extensions operating on a given channel by clicking on the attribution links or icons that Twitch will make available on the channel page. Payment information. For example, if we use a payment processor, content information, commercial information, such as purchase details if a third-party service provider is assisting to provide the Twitch service with which you interact. Internet or other electronic network activity or information, such as if we use a service provider to help us gather crash reports for analyzing the health of our services, or information relating to our prevention and detection of unauthorized activity, such as attempted fraud, in some which cases may require disclosing certain information about potentially affected customers to law enforcement. Generalized location data based on your IP address, such as when a service provider must know your general location to apply the appropriate regional parameters for their service. Audio or visual information, such as video and audio recordings of you when you stream on Twitch, for example, when it is necessary for a service provider to deliver your video content to your viewers. Inference. Professional information, such as data related to your channel if you stream on Twitch, for example, if an affiliate or service provider assists in processing your payments. And inference data, such as information about your purchase and viewing preferences. For example, if a service provider assists us in serving you relevant advertisements. If you choose to engage with surveys or feedback opportunities provided by Twitch or its partners, the information you disclose, such as information that may reveal age, gender, or gender identity, race, sexual orientation, disability, health data, or other protected classifications, may be revealed in the survey provider. 3. Advertising. The Twitch advertisers and analytics providers section of our privacy notice outlines how Twitch shares limited information to help ensure you receive more useful and relevant ads, and to measure their effectiveness. Any personal information Twitch may have shared for the purposes for cross-contact behavioral advertising, as that term is defined by the California Privacy Rights Act, in the 12 months prior to the effective date of this disclosure, falls into the following categories. Identifiers such as a cookie ID, a device identifier, or an anonymous advertising ID. Internet or other electronic network and activity information such as whether you downloaded our app or other measures of ad effectiveness. The categories of third parties with whom Twitch may share personal information for the purposes of cross-context behavioral advertising are identified in the Advertisers and Analytics Providers section. This includes work with third-party ad networks, advertisers, and advertising analytics providers to target ads to you both on and off the Twitch services.
Twitch also processes personal information for the purposes of targeted advertising, as that term is defined under certain state privacy laws. We show interest-based ads to display features, products, and services that might be of interest to you. In providing interest-based ads, we follow the self-regulatory principles for online behavioral advertising developed by the Digital Advertising Alliance, a coalition of marketing, online advertising, and consumer advocacy organizations. Twitch uses Amazon, our parent company, to provide interest-based advertising. The Amazon interest-based ads page provides you with details on the information used for interest-based ads, how Amazon works with third parties, and how to change your interest-based ad preferences.
4. Children's and teens. Twitch prohibits children under 13 from using its service. Twitch allows teens to use its service with parental involvement or permission. The service may collect data from teens who use it, and their data may be disclosed in a limited set of circumstances, such as if we use a service provider to help us gather crash reports for analyzing the health of our service. We do not serve cross-context behavioral ads to teens under 18 years old unless they're opt-in. 5. Your data rights. You may have certain data rights under state privacy laws, including to request information about the collection of your personal information by Twitch, to access your personal information in a portable format, and and to correct or delete your personal information. If you wish to exercise any of these rights, you can contact us using the Contact Us form. Please use the privacy question category on the Contact Us form when reaching out to us.
Additionally, you may have the right to opt out of the processing of your personal data for targeted advertising, as defined under certain state privacy laws, or the sharing of your personal information for cross-context behavioral advertising, as defined by the California Privacy Rights Act. Please visit Manage Consent Preferences in the Security and Privacy tab of your user settings at the bottom of that page. To disable interest-based ads provided by Amazon, please visit the Amazon Advertising Preferences page, where you can opt out of interest-based advertising. You can also enable the Global Privacy Control, GPC, to opt out of cross-context behavioral ads.
You may also have the right to appeal the denial of any of these rights by using our Contact Us form. Please use the privacy question category on the Contact Us form when reaching out to us if we deny a data request. Depending upon your data choices, certain services may be limited or unavailable. To ensure the safety of your Twitch account, we will generally ask you to verify your request using the contact information you already provided. If you do not have an account, or if you're an unauthorized agent under applicable state law, email privacy@twitch.tv. We will not discriminate against you for exercising your rights. 6. No sale of personal information. In the 12 months prior to the effective date of disclosure, Twitch has not sold any personal information of consumers, as those terms are defined under the California Privacy Rights Act. 7. De-identified data disclosure. Twitch may use de-identified data in some instances. Twitch either maintains such data without attempting to re-identify it, or treats such data as personal data subject to applicable law. 8. California Privacy Rights Act sensitive personal information disclosure. The categories of data that Twitch collects and discloses for a business purpose include sensitive personal information.
Personal information.
As defined under the California Privacy Rights Act,
Wonder if anyone figured out that answer.
Twitch does not use or disclose sensitive personal information for any purpose not expressly permitted by the California Privacy Rights Act. 9.
And the clue is
California Privacy Rights Act and Minnesota Consumer Data Privacy Right
those four little
Act
things
retention
that did
disclosure.
this to them.
We keep your personal information and enable your continued use of the Twitch services for as long as it is required
Now,
to fulfill the relevant purposes
the clues were
described in
straight
the
up
Twitch
to
privacy
you knew
notice,
what to do. Now
as
you gotta
permitted
wait. You
or
gotta do
as
something,
may
do
be
something
required by
else,
law.
something else
or as otherwise communicated to you. For example, we retain your transaction history so that you can review past purchases and repeat purchases if desired, and to improve the relevance of products and content we recommend. 10. California Privacy Rights Act Non-Discrimination Statement.
Yep, nobody has gotten it yet. I didn't think so.
Twitch will not discriminate against any consumer for exercising their rights under the California Privacy Rights Act. 11. Colorado Privacy Act and Oregon Consumer Privacy Act profiling disclosure. Twitch does not engage in profiling of consumers in furtherance of automated decisions that produce legal or similarly significant effects, as those terms are defined under the Colorado Privacy Act or the Oregon Consumer Privacy Act.
18 minutes on the timer.
12. Oregon Consumer Privacy Act controller entity disclosure.
Well, I finish using the ones in this one bag.
The controller entity subject to the Twitch privacy notice and its disclosure is Twitch Interactive Incorporated. 13. New Jersey notice of material change disclosure. If Twitch makes material changes to the Twitch privacy notice, we will provide affected customers with advance notice of any changes either via email or via their accounts. 14. New York Child Data Protection Act disclaimer. Pursuant to the New York Child Data Protection Act, Article 39FF, individuals under the age of 18 may have additional privacy rights. Users who continue to use Twitch after turning 18 years of age are no longer entitled to all of this protection. For such users, Twitch will continue processing any prior personal information in accordance with the New York Child Protection Act. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yay!